So good day, everyone, and thank you for coming to my presentation about how to satisfy your clients with test reports. I'm Aramais Oganisyan from Quality Testing Lab, and at first, before going deeper into my presentation, I wanted to know from our audience who is doing test reports from you. Okay. Good. So doing daily reports or bug reports, or what kind of reports you are doing? Any report? Audio report. Okay, so using some tools for generating your reports. Okay, for automation, for manual, for... Okay, and what you are including in your reports? Everything. Okay. And your managers or your clients are delighted with with your reports. Okay, great. So in my presentation, I'll include some things that I've used in my reports and hope that my clients get it more satisfied and more delighted. Little bit about myself. I'm a software tester. I'm working in software testing somewhere around 9-10 years. And I've started from hardware testing and then moved to software testing. And also I'm a collector of mini bottles, and I have this hobby, and I'm collecting mini alcohol bottles, and I have unique 811 mini bottles in my collection. And this is my passion, and I hope that they'll stay after even the earthquake. So this is one of the most important things for me. And also I have a little collection of silver and gold coins from central banks from many countries. And also I am a founder of Quality Testing Lab. This is a software testing company. We are doing software testing for many clients, and we are in the market for 4 years only. And I'm a chairman of Association for Software Testing Armenia. Maybe you heard about Association of Software Testing. This is a very big association, and my advice is to join our association. And there are many good things there. And first chapter was established in Armenia this year, and the main chapter is in United States. And also I'm founding board member of Yerevan Testing Days conference, and this year we started our conferences in Armenia and organized first one with more than 500 attendees and 34 speakers from all over the world. And also testing is my lifestyle and maybe a hobby, and I'm very thankful to my clients and managers who are paying me for my hobby. And this is just great for me. And today's topic, as I said, is how to satisfy your clients with test reports. So as testing is my hobby, and I've included here some cartoon characters to make a presentation like a hobby, not work. And these things are giving some fun to presentations and not just pure presentation and without the smiles and without anything. So what are reports for me? For someone it's just some bullet points, for someone is just numbers, for someone is just text or some exported from somewhere some information, but for me test report it's a story. It's a compelling story, and in test reports, what I'm doing, I'm telling the story, and I'm telling the full story about the project that I have tested or my team was tested this. And what I'm including in my reports is a description of the status of the project, because some clients or some managers are technical or are testers, and they do understand what you are reporting. But I've met many people whom I was reporting, and they were just very curious when I was giving them some just numbers or just screenshots or just screencasts, and they were curious what is this and what I can do with this. So I decided to tell them story about their project and how I've interacted with this project. And story was starting from their project, and the story was going everything about their project, everything about our testing processes, and everything about the things that we found there. So in every report I was giving the description of the status. So for someone, status can be just passed, failed, pending, blocked, or some other angry words. But for me, status is the thing that they can decide what to do next. And I was including this description of the status, not just the status, but the description, and it was helping a lot. And here it's written, so not just the facts. The facts are the numbers. Facts are the little things that can be understood from the people who are technical, who knows many things about the projects and many things about testing processes. But if the people, if the managers are those who don't know many things about testing, they don't need to have just the facts. They don't need to have these numbers. They need to have story about these facts, how we came to this, how we found these numbers, and from where we are taking these numbers. And in case of not giving this story about the facts, this will be just the numbers that will not tell anything about the project and anything about the testing processes and testing activities that we had there. And why satisfying your clients is crucial. So I've met clients who were not satisfied and who were not delighted, and it was not good for me. And I decided that I need to satisfy my clients and I need to make them delighted with my work that I am doing. And what is giving us satisfied clients? At first, they are very good marketing point for us. And it doesn't matter the client is external or internal. Like if you are working in outsourced company, your clients mostly are external. But if you are working, for example, in a product company, then your clients are internal. And in both scenarios, you need to have delighted and satisfied clients. Why? Because internal clients, like your managers or the management of the company, they are internal clients. And if they are delighted and if they are satisfied, they are moving you forward. They can see how you are processing your activities, and they can raise your salary, because salary is very good motivation for us to work. And they can promote us, they can make give some bonuses or some business trips or so many things that they can do. And external clients are very satisfaction of external clients is very crucial, because they can be a good marketing point for us and they can bring new clients, and can lead to new projects. For example, if we have some delighted client who is drinking coffee with friends, and one of them is asking, so I have a project with a lot of bugs and my internal testing team is not so good, or I don't have any internal testing team. If your client is satisfied and if your client is delighted, so they'll promote you, they'll refer you to new clients, and you'll get new leads from them. And actually, one of the most important for me things that you can lead to friendship with your clients, and this is very important because so your marketing for everyone, I think that your marketing is built with your friends. So your friends are suggesting you to go to some job openings, apply for job openings or in some companies, if they know that you are good, they are referring you and you are getting hired and getting paid. So satisfied clients are bringing you not only good relationship, but also very good leads and new projects. So how we can satisfy our clients? So there are many so here we can include many bullet points, but I have included, I think that most important, actually for me, most important bullet points. So at first, we need to provide good testing services, because every test report is based on the testing services that we have. If we failed on testing, then in any report that we'll provide, it will be just failed. So at first, if we are not so good in testing services, we need to start from there, but not from the reports, because the reports are the near to the finished part. So we need to give them very good and high quality testing services. We'll not go deep in this presentation on what is a good testing service and what is bad, but everything is related to your testing services. Second one is the visibility to the client. I think that this is very important thing when your client knows what you are doing, and when your client is up to date with you, and you are not a black box for them. If you are a black box, they'll start thinking, okay, what you are doing? Are you wasting their time and money, or you are doing a productive work? So giving this visibility will give you credits. And giving this visibility of your work processes, of your test activity, of your team knowledge and team skills, this will be credible for you in face of client. So giving this visibility will be very crucial thing for the reports. And also, if you are delivering awesome reports, this is covering a lot, because many managers want to know the internal things, but they cannot understand this. They can see what you are doing, but at the end, when you are providing this full report, and if it's awesome thing, then this is very good start of the other project. So how to build these reports? And as I said, so in reports we need to give the full story about the projects. What mean this full story? At first, report we are dividing in 3 separate sections. This is the full story about the project and how the product was tested by us. And third one, how good the test was. Full story about the project is the bugs that we found, and this is giving the visibility about the project. And the second one, how the product was tested. This is the this is the oracles and the coverage. So we are giving visibility about the oracles that we went through while we were testing the product, and we are telling the client how the coverage was done by us. So what we have tested, what we haven't tested, what oracles we used there, and last thing is how good the test was. So this is the analyzing our work by ourselves, how we are defining that it was good. So we are analyzing and prioritizing our issues that we found and how it's connected, and where are the risks, and much more information about the product. So one of the most important things in the report is visualization. So how we are doing it. At first we are gathering the data that we used while testing, and inputs and outputs. all these testing things we are gathering and analyzing, and not only in our minds, not only in drafts, but also we need to use some tools to visualize all this. So for example, I'm using Xminds to show our clients the things and the data that we use and the outcome of this data. And we are breaking down all these things into the sections, into the map, where we can, where the client can see the project with priority, together with priorities, the data that was used, the data that was in the output, and all these things is visualized, and it's giving much more information than we'll give only the numbers of test cases or some other things. And with this, we are telling the client what to do next. So many clients don't know what to do next with these test reports. So these test reports need to give this information to our clients, what to do next and what other activities they need to do with their reports and with their project. So this visualization is very crucial thing too. And actually there are many reports that we are doing, and for example we are doing bug reports, and actually this is one of the biggest part of software testers activities, to find these bugs and to report these bugs. And actually every company has its own structure of bugs, what to write in summary, what to write in preconditions, in description, these steps to reproduce or steps to replicate, or some screenshots and screencasts. What we used to do for every ticket that is connected with UI, we are providing screenshots or screencasts. So this is giving visibility, and we are being credible in face when we are facing with our clients. So including these screenshots is very helping us. If it's connected with a backend, we are trying to give the code that for the responses, the requests, and some all the information that we can give them. So this is saving us time not to come back later to this ticket. So the same is for enhancement reports. If we are having some enhancement reports, we are including all the possible things that we can include. So this will be very clear to the client what we want to say them. And also there are many other reports, some daily reports for Scrum stand-up or some other things, some summary reports, reports with charts, reports with numbers, or maybe reports with unicorns, and reports with elephant or shoes or some water. So the reports are very different, but in every report we need to give the visibility. So what we need to remember when we are reporting something. So at first, be credible. So build this credibility for your client. If you are credible, they'll trust you. They'll listen to you. If you are not credible, they'll ignore you. They'll stop listening you, and they'll stop following your suggestions. As a testing experts, we need to give them this information that they need to follow. So if we are not credible, they'll stop listening us, and we'll lose our client and lose our project. So for me, this credibility is the important thing in my work. So do test framing. So if you are doing some testing, if you are a manager, frame your tests. This will help you to have visibility on your own work. Without this framing, you will lose. If the project is very big, you will lose from where you have started and what you have done. And this test framing is helping a lot. So don't use counts. As I said, only count is not giving you anything, just numbers. Then numbers are not talking for us. And instead of counts, we need to give a list, the list that will talk for us. Highlight your test activities. And this is again about the visibility. So if you are highlighting your test activities, they are seeing what you are doing, and they are not disturbing you with some strange questions. What are you doing? When we'll get this tested? And where are our bugs? And many other not common, not nice questions. Highlight product risks. So it's very important for all the clients to know where are their product risks. And as a testing experts, we need to highlight them and show our clients where the product risks are. And very important thing, don't waste time. Don't waste your time and don't waste your client's time, because for every client, for anyone, the time is very important and very expensive. If you are wasting your time, don't try to waste your managers or your clients' time, because with this pyramid, when we are going up, and if we are in the middle of pyramid, if we are some senior or some testing engineer, we have very limited time. And if we are going up to the pyramid, the top level people have very, very limited time. So don't try to waste their time, because they'll not appreciate it. If you'll save their time, they'll appreciate it, and they'll appreciate your work done. And keep in mind, just be polite when you are reporting bugs. Remember that, so this is a very usual thing for juniors and interns, that when they are finding a bug, they are going and disturbing some engineer. Hey, I found a bug and this is all about you, and this bug is not from software, this is from you, and this is very destructive thing for the team, for the engineer, and can bring to some bad situations when developers can hurt that people who are doing this with them. So be polite and remember that the bug report is an iteration between human and the product, and not a human and a human. So this is very important things to remember. So I've met some people who were doing this with developers or with other engineers, and the result was not so good. So, and that's all from my presentation, and if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer. Thank you. Yep.
Tools. Thank you. Tell me about the tools that you use while reporting.
Yeah, sure. So as I said, we are using Xmind for our test maps. When we are building our test map, we are using Xmind and then exporting this, all this, and giving to the client. And also we are using some usual docs, some Google Docs or some Microsoft Word docs, and including all the information that we found there. So we are not sending about the final report. We are not sending them the screenshots, we are not sending them the screencasts, but we are sending them the test map of the project. So at first, how we understood the project, how we have created test map for the project, how we have designed the tests in Xmind. If we have test cases built, we are mapping it with the test Xmind and sending this information. And besides that, we are writing somewhere around 1 or 2 pages about the final report. So why we are writing 1 or 2 pages? For saving time for our clients and highlighting only the important things. And in case of they'll need more information, we are providing the detailed report that can go more than 10 pages. So, but the main tool that we are using is the Xmind. So there are many alternative tools for Xmind, like you can use even the Lucid chart for it, and there are some tools from, if I'm not mistaken, from Microsoft has these tools. But so just show them the processes and highlight all the things that you are doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you. So the numbers and counts is something objective, yeah?
Yeah,
and
sure.
Description of test report is usually has some subjective point of view, yeah?
Yeah.
And don't you afraid to be subjective in your test reports?
Actually, no, because if we'll report only the numbers, so from where we can be sure that these numbers are right, because we are. If we'll have a project, we can write unlimited test cases for it and unlimited bugs if we'll have unlimited time for it. So these numbers will not give anything about the project. And with these numbers, it will be just numbers. And when we are giving the list with the numbers, then we are explaining why we have chosen all these things, why we choose to limit our test cases for 500 and not 1000, why we have chosen to automate from these test cases 60% but not 99%. And giving this information is giving much more visibility, and it's not becoming some subjective or objective. Because we are experts and we know what we are doing. And if we know what we are doing, then everything is okay. And in case of we cannot prove why we have done this, then this will be some big issue.
Yeah, thank you. It's about credible, to be credible too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the second question is about framing the test. Is framing just split of the test by functionality or by testing stage? What does it mean to frame your test?
Yeah, that's a good question. So framing test can be, for each project, it can be different. But for myself, I'm trying to frame test based on business units. So I'm splitting the whole project into small business units. And on each business unit, I am creating the map of our test activities, like we are doing some boundary value analysis or decision table testing, or what we have done, what testing we have done for that part, for that business unit, because for each business unit we need to find the unique solution. And we cannot have some best practices. Yep, best practice for one project it can work, but for the other one it will fail. So trying to find the good practices instead of best practices, and for each business unit we are finding the unique solution for it. Thank you. Oh.
Hello. Thank you for the presentation. You mentioned that you need to save the time of your customers. And what if you need to create one-page report? So what will you include into to highlight the overall picture of testing on the project?
Oh, did I understand your question correctly? That we need to create one test report? One-page test report. So just highlight the very important things there. The most important things are the test activities, what we have done, why we have chosen, not why, but how we choose the business units in the test in their project, and on each test, on each business unit, what test activities we have done there, and also what product risks there are, because the product risks are the important things for the client. And I think that that will cover the things for the client. Other questions? No? Okay. Thank you very much.